Summer is a great time to get your wisdom teeth removal squared away once and for all.
Joining us today for this sponsored interview is Dr. Hendrickson. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, wisdom teeth. I've gotten them out and it was not pleasant. But you guys do something different in your office in Murray.
Yeah, you know, I have to remind myself all the time that for my patients, this is their first time, right? I have done this literally tens of thousands of times. So my goal when patients come into my practice, I really want them to leave and say that was the easiest dental experience I ever had.
Oh, music to our ears. Okay, let's brag about Dr. Hendrickson here, because what you have experience-wise is unparalleled through our state. Other dentists, other surgeons, they come to learn your technique. Talk about your years of expertise.
You know, 17 years ago, I decided to just focus my practice on third molars. And since that time, we kind of laugh when you talk about taking out, 200,000 plus wisdom teeth. If you stack those little wisdom teeth one on top of another, they would go to the top of the Empire State Building and back down about halfway back up again. It's a lot of wisdom teeth. And you just can't beat that kind of experience. I don't know what else to say. I do have a training program where doctors come from around the world to learn my technique. And that being said, I'm right here in our backyard. My biggest challenge is letting people know, look, I'm the most affordable. I hate to use the word, I say affordable, cheapest, but it's because I've become so good at what I do, I can easily pass that savings on to my patients. I'm not looking to say, hey, I'm the best, you're gonna pay 3 times as much. I'm like, no, come on in, let me use my skills to get this done quick and get you out. Chances are, I have taken out, if not your wisdom teeth, somebody you know. I mean, I've taken out
around the Salt Lake Valley and all across the state and beyond. And truly, you have 8 kids. You're a dad of 8.
Yeah,
so you know how expensive dental care and so many other things can be.
No, it's shocking. Like most of your viewers have had their kids have braces or had their wisdom teeth out. In my case, 8 kids, and if the average cost for wisdom teeth in the state is $2,200, $2,500 bucks, it's almost $20,000 to have teeth removed. That's that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, you're right. So being a dad, being a parent, having multiple children, you get it, and you want to let other parents know that you get it. So what kind of price are we talking?
You know, I have not raised, this kind of embarrassing at a point, but I haven't raised my fees in 17 years. So I charge $9.99 for 4 wisdom teeth with IV sedation. Now that IV sedation is with my certified registered nurse anesthetist. My surgical experience, that includes your exam, your x-rays, your post-op care, everything. And that's if you're a cash patient. We take all insurance plans. We take Medicaid, CHIP, PHP, all the private programs. So typically patients pay about $200.
Okay, so for me, for instance, I didn't have to get all 4 all at once. I just had to get 2.
Yep.
So then
2 is $5.99. 3 is $7.99, 4 is $9.99. So and it doesn't matter how impacted they are. That's the other thing. You'll go to the doctor and say, gosh, these are really difficult. This is going to be a really difficult procedure.
It's under your gum, is it going to be more expensive?
Wrapped around the nerve, all the things you hear, right? And so it's going to be more expensive. And quite honestly, with my technique and experience level where I'm at, it doesn't take me 30 seconds longer to remove that tooth than the one that's just simply waiting to be popped out in the mouth.
My goodness.
It's not a big deal.
And it's summer, so this is the perfect time if your children need this done. Do it now before we're back in school in a month and a half.
It really is. Most kids need about 7 to 10 days to fully recover and be back to athletics and things like that. So now is a really great time. Obviously, we have appointments open the rest of the summer. That's not a big deal. We just add days of the week and we just keep working until patients don't want to come anymore. So.
Okay, doctor, talk about the post-op, because that's where I struggled and that made my experience a nightmare. What is it like in your office?
I would say a couple of things I would want to highlight. Number one, where the surgery only takes about 5 to 8 minutes, the trauma is very low. And that's a big deal. The trauma is very low. Number two, I have a full-time post-op service with my staff where they carry the phone and they take phone calls at night. They take phone calls on the weekend to answer questions and to help patients. But I would say the 2 most overlooked instructions that people don't really take care of is number 1, ice. Ice is the best thing.
Underrated.
Underrated, absolutely. You want to have that ice on for 24 to 48 hours. It will decrease your swelling dramatically. And number 2 is taking ibuprofen and Tylenol together correctly. Patients don't trust Tylenol ibuprofen. They think it's too weak, but the studies are really clear. That is the best way to manage post-op discomfort.
Can I tell you how important what you just said? Because I was given Percocet. I couldn't keep it down. That made my recovery a nightmare.
Miserable.
And so many people get addicted to these pain medications after wisdom teeth surgery.
Yeah, the opioid epidemic in Utah is real.
Yeah.
And a lot of it starts at that age with oral surgery. So in our practice, we made a commitment that we do not do narcotic pain medications unless there is some specific reason why we need to bring that in.
Okay, doctor, you have sold us. This is the guide. If you need it, your kids need it. You also, I mean, the price is so affordable as it is, but you also have a promo $100 off a regular service when you mentioned that you saw this Good Things Utah
absolutely,
segment.
For sure. Yeah,
That's amazing.
not a problem.
Where are your offices?
So I'm here in Murray and down in Provo.
Okay.
So we're both in Salt Lake and Utah counties.
Excellent.
All
Okay.
right.
Go visit, doctor.
Yeah.
We'd love to
Great
take care of you.
info. We're blown away. All right. Thank you again to Wisdom Teeth Only for sponsoring this interview. We are back with more GTU after this quick break.